We will start in a child's pose. Resting your forehead on your forearms as your hips are reaching towards the heels. Few deeper breaths here, simply to arrive on your mat. Reaching forward with both arms, lengthening the backs gently, and coming into the all fours. Arching your spine, gazing up, and then as you exhale, round your spine, squeezing the navel in. Cat-cow few times, infusing the movement with your breath. Scanning your spine, the movement of your spine with your attention. And releasing the movement, coming to the neutral spine, tucking your toes, coming into your first downwards facing dog. Invite some movement here, fluidity. Explore and experiment. Notice how your body feels today. The hamstrings, lengthening of the spine, lengthening through the arms, chest opening. With your next inhale, shift your weight forward into your high plank, and then lower immediately into your forearms, into the low plank. Activate your core. The spine is neutral, not sagging into the shoulders. Lowering your knees and lowering your pelvis onto the floor, sliding your elbows just a little bit more towards the front, coming into the Sphinx pose. Feeling the surface beneath you, the support of the ground, feeling the dignity of the pose. Releasing the posture, lowering the forehead onto your arms, rocking your hips gently from side to side. Spreading your arms wide open and then crossing your left foot over your right leg, leaning onto your right shoulder. Gently, the shoulders are a very fragile structure in our body. Doing the same thing for the other side. And releasing. Hands next to the chest, pushing back. Child's pose just for a brief moment. Coming into the seated posture, Virasana, sitting on your heels, chest forward, rising up with both hands. Big circle down, your right hand on the right side, the left hand is reaching up. And same thing for the other side, a left hand on the left side, right hand is reaching up, stretching the whole right side body. Now interlacing the hands behind your back, chest forward. Releasing the posture, coming into all fours, tucking your toes, your second downwards facing dog. A few breaths here, noticing how your belly button is squeezed in. Gazing forward, walking or stepping towards the front of the mat. Surrender into the forward fold. Allow your knees to microbend. And when you're ready, rising all the way up, becoming tall. Rising up. Hands to heart on the exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Surrender. Chest forward. And on the exhale, hands on the floor. Right foot steps back. Right knee touches the floor. Low lunge. As your pelvis melts towards the floor, you'll feel an increasing stretch at the top of your thigh. Bringing both hands onto the knees, and then maybe even bringing both hands behind your head, chest forward. Interlacing the hands behind your back, chest forward, shoulder blades together. Beautiful. Hands on the floor, lifting the back knee, dropping the back heel, preparing for your warrior two. Coming into your warrior two, your feet, your legs, your foundation, and yet notice the lightness of the center up. Straighten the front leg, and then bend the front knee again. Straightening the front leg, lowering the back arm, and then reaching up and back to lengthen the side body. Now pivoting both feet towards the front of the mat, coming into the high lunge. The back heel can be slightly looped. Interlacing the hands behind your back, diving forward for humble warrior. Inhale up, and one more time, diving down. Releasing. Now reach forward with both arms, lengthening through the spine as much as possible to twist towards your left side. Your right elbow is on the outer side of your left knee. If it's possible, you may also lower your back knee. Releasing the twist. Right hand on the floor, left arm is lengthening you. Twist. Now it's optional, but maybe you also want to bend your right knee and reach with your left hand for the foot, increasing the stretch of the quadricep. Releasing the posture, walking the left foot towards the edge of the mat, and see if you can twist, rotate your pelvis gently, exploring sensations in the hip and joint area. Lifting the back knee, stepping back with the left foot, coming into the side plank, not sagging into the arm, lengthening. The core is active. And releasing the posture, high plank. Lowering your knees with control, lowering your chest. Then rolling up your shoulders. And release. Pressing back into the child's pose for a brief moment. And then sliding back for your downwards facing dog. Gazing forward, walking or stepping, that was the front of your mat. Hands on the shin, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Microbending your knees to rise all the way up, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart. Continue, inhale with the next inhale, up. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen your spine and left foot will step back, lowering the left knee, settling up for your low lunge. Both hands on the front knee, and see if your pelvis will start moving forward and down. Maybe bringing your hands behind your head, maybe raising them all the way up and then interlacing your hands behind your back, chest forward. Releasing the hands, framing the front foot, lifting the back knee, dropping the back heel. Warrior two. Determination and focus. Straightening the front leg, reaching up with both arms, and then settling in even lower. Maybe repeating this a few times. Lowering the back arm, and then lengthening the whole right side body. Releasing the posture. Turning both feet towards the front of the mat. High lunge. Engaging the glutes. Releasing the hands, interlacing the hands behind your back. Diving forward for the humble warrior. Your hands will slide away from the sacrum, doesn't have to be too much. Reaching forward with the arms, and then come into your twist towards the right side. It doesn't have to be too serious, maybe smile. Maybe lowering your back knee if this is making the posture more accessible for you. Untwisting, left hand on the floor, right arm is reaching all the way up. Maybe it's optional, grabbing, holding the back foot, experimenting with the quadricep stretch. And releasing posture, walking the front foot further away from you, and maybe exploring the sensation, the tensity around the hip and joints area. Lifting the back knee off the floor, side plank. The core is as active as possible, not sagging into the shoulder, lengthening through the up arm. And releasing the posture, high plank. On your exhale, lowering your knees with control, lowering your chest into the floor, and as you inhale, reach up gently, and then slide back, child's pose. Resting here, acknowledging the warmth, the heartbeat, the breath, maybe releasing your arms, bringing them to the sides of your body, maybe releasing your wrists. Chest up, sitting on your heels for a brief moment, hands slightly behind your hips, chest forward, shoulder blades together, and then releasing your feet, hands still slightly away from your hips, chest forward, shoulder blades together. Coming into the boat pose. As you lean back, you also lift your feet off the floor, hands parallel to the floor, or maybe reaching up. This is optional. Also optional to stretch, lengthen both legs. Holding here, breathing, staying light and positive, curious and kind. With control, releasing the posture. Laying down all the way to the floor. A few deeper breaths into the belly. Bending both knees, feet on the floor as wide as your hips. Both arms over your head. And when you're ready, lifting your hips up. Notice how the weight is distributed between your head, neck, and your shoulders. As you lower down, you also slide back your arms. And a few more movements here, synchronizing with the breath. Lifting your hips up and sliding your arms over. Bringing both knees to the chest, rolling here from side to side, gently releasing the back arm. Then bringing your left foot on top of your right knee, and see if you can bring your right knee towards your chest. Maybe stretching your right leg all together, noticing how this allows the lower back to press into the floor. Changing the sides when you're ready. Right foot on top of your left knee, flexing through maybe, or even maybe lengthening the leg altogether. Should feel very pleasant for the lower back. Releasing the posture as feet are wider, bringing your knees towards the left and the right side. A good way to rebound. And release the movement, bringing knees to the chest, rocking here from side to side, and then dropping both knees towards your right side. Twist. Doesn't have to be too deep. Breathing here. And then changing the sides. The knees will drop towards the other side. And release the twist. Any movement is welcome now before we come to the final relaxation, just for a few moments as you open towards whatever to come, whatever to be experienced. Arms open, feet wide open. Allow the stillness to settle in. You may stay in this posture longer, as long as you need. If you are in a rush and you have to go, just start moving gently, feet and hands and arms. Any movement is welcome. Coming briefly into the seated posture. Thanking yourself for making it, being here with yourself, exploring and experimenting. Hands to heart. Thank you for being here.